that doesn't put a holder in a good mood, I don't know what will. Looking at what else might, actually. The Bitcoin weekly chart, damn, is that a fine piece of work. Now that Bitcoin has breached this old resistance line of 8,400 starting all the way out here from February, it now sits in the middle of this next resistance range. So it's within reason to expect a move to at least the top of this weekly candle, which is about $9,600. The very peak of the wick, of course, being $10,000, a major psychological hurdle. After that, well, I'm glad you asked. After that old resistance, that should see us through up to the next boss, which would be at about $12,000, with that resistance range being going all the way back to March of 2018. Trading volume is much higher here than it is here. But anyway, how did this happen? Was it only 9 transactions, $236 million worth that sparked the market? Yeah, only buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of something tends to bring stuff up, actually. Over the weekend, seemingly for no real reason, Bitcoin took off sharply and started rising towards $9,000. Oh! After struggling to break through and stay above $8,000 in the recent days and weeks. Now, for those of you who don't understand why someone would say for no real reason when Bitcoin is, of course, on an unstoppable path to the moon, hashtag save McAfee's junk. What I believe they're referring to here is the fact that technical analysis theories didn't call for this immediate move up. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm sure there's plenty floating around that actually did call for this imminent move up. I'm just saying the majority of technical analysts didn't think this was coming, or at least wasn't called for. The charts look overdue for a correction till at least the levels of around $6,000 to $7,000. But Bitcoin does whatever it feels like right now, and I personally wouldn't dare short it. Not for longer than a day or two before chickening out, at least. I've never actually shorted Bitcoin, but that's probably how it would go. People are hyped for Fidelity Investments being possibly days away from opening its doors to more corporate customers. According to Justin Moon, name checks out, Fidelity Investments, one of the world's largest asset managers and financial institutions, has a room full of Bitcoin miners at their Texas office. This likely marks the first time that a Wall Street institution, let alone one of the big names, has actually mined Bitcoin and actively participated in public, renowned blockchains. As Moon puts it, this is cypherpunk AF. This is actually amazing. Wall Street mining Bitcoin. It blows my mind. Another institution recently announcing that they are launching trading support for Bitcoin and Ethereum also. So much activity that even JP Morgan had to recently announce, you know what? Bitcoin does have some intrinsic value.
Well, well, well. How the turntables.
This is coming from a dinosaur of an institution that basically has to admit to its customers the following. Hi, I would like to send $10,000 from here in LA to London as soon as humanly possible, please. As soon as humanly possible? Read my lips. ASASP as possible. Well, honestly, put it in a suitcase and get on the next direct flight. It's quicker than using our system. 131 million lost, liquidated on BitMEX because of this recent spike in Bitcoin.
I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened.
Be very careful. A large number of traders lose money already, as it is. Throw in borrowing funds into that mix and, well, that figure is squared. Which reminds me, I'm actually going long on a couple Tesla stock. Oh boy. I opened it recently. And it's liquidated. I lost all of it. I started with 100 Tether collateral, but I lost it all. Don't be like me. Don't be like me.